Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kay the Bookworm, and in today's episode, I have a very special guest with me. I call her my book older sister. We met on Facebook because I entered a Hope for Heartbreak live you did,
Yep.
and you talked about my book, which is so
Yes.
cute. I was like, yay, I'm so happy. And then we followed each other on Twitter, and that's how we kind of been keeping close introduction, and interaction as well. So I have Miss K.O. Mcgee with me. So how are you doing
Hey,
today?
hey.
How are you?
Good. Everything's good.
That's good. That's good. So before we get started into you, I know this might be a little egotistical, but I really don't care. How did you like the book? Because I don't think I really asked you how did you like Close to You?
Your book.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. And I like the young adult aspect of it. Because a lot of writers now, they write, 30 something romances. So, that was different. And a lot of people don't. And I used to read young adult a long time ago, and then I kind of got away from it because a lot of Black authors don't write it.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, the part that stuck out the most about it. I like the characters. I like the chemistry. It was young adult and it stayed young adult. Like it didn't go into things that were not appropriate.
Yeah.
So I think that was like my favorite part. The writing, the flow. I didn't see errors, developmental or anything like that. So definitely good. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that that was your debut novel. So I just enjoyed it all around, and I don't think a lot of people realize like the amount of work that goes into this. They just think that we write these books and we're just like here, and it's way more than that. So anytime that anybody's able to do that and that they're happy with the progress and it comes out and it's complete, I give kudos to anybody does it. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
No, thank you. Like I said, if you guys don't know, I am an author. Close to You is my first official book ever that was on Amazon. It's currently off Amazon right now because I am redoing some scenes and I'm getting it re-edited. So hopefully by the 1 year anniversary, which is February 8th, it will be back on Amazon. But that's about me. Let's get into you. So my first question is, like I asked everybody, how did you get into writing and why did you start writing?
Oh, so I'm an avid reader. I always have been. I come from a family of educators, so that's always been encouraged. My mom, my grandma. I always had a book in high school. So it just reading, and then one day, well, actually, when the pandemic started, before the pandemic started, one of my goals for 2020, I was talking to one of my best friends, and I was just like, yeah, I want to write a book. Like, I read all these books, and I think I had just got through reading a Christina C. Jones book, actually, and I was just like, I think I can do these.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can do these. Now, I didn't really know how to do it, but I felt like it was something I could. And it was one of my goals for 2020 to publish a book by the end of the year. So that's kind of how I got into it. Once before, I used to write poetry. I have a few published poems.
Okay.
I entered a contest in high school. So, writing, I'm not a stranger to, but writing a novel was something that
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how this goes. So it's just kind of, how I got to become this. So yeah.
So we're going to start with your first book, which is now in audio. So congratulations to that.
Yes. Thanks.
Heart Signed, Sealed, and Delivered.
Right.
This was
Yes.
not my first book I read by you. This is
Oh, okay.
actually my second book that I read by you.
Okay.
And this it tells the story of Sina and her best friend Joshua, and basically a friends to lovers story. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a sucker for friends to lovers.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay out of that, but I realized as I'm writing more, majority of the books that I am writing, except maybe like two or three, are basically friends to lovers. So I
Right.
like these tropes. I love them. They're really cute. Gave me feels. I definitely saw this book as a Lifetime movie in my head.
Yeah.
So
Right.
tell me, how did you get Senna and Joshua?
So I don't know. I think honestly, like I really didn't know a lot about the tropes, and I guess I knew, but I didn't know. I had never heard them broke down like that.
Yeah.
So to me, that one was just kind of, I guess, maybe easier for me to write, just starting off, because in my opinion, when you write your friends and lovers, you don't have to write that them meeting like they are. There's so much that they already know about each other. So sometimes it doesn't have to be explained as much.
Yeah.
So they just came to me, and a lot of writers were like, "Oh, those people in my head, like they're really people in my head, like it just comes out." I don't traditionally do a lot of outlining. It's probably one of my downfalls as a writer.
Same
I'm
here.
one of those.
So
I just kind of write it.
So basically, you're a pantser.
Yeah, I am. I
Me
definitely am. Definitely 100%. And that's why my editing, developmental editing is so important to me, because I have to get somebody to catch all those things that I might not miss when I go back and put it together. Sienna and Josh, I don't know. They just started it all. I don't know where they came from. They just appeared. I really enjoyed their story. I enjoyed exploring their relationship to be what it was, and the things that they went through to end up where they ended up. Was just, it was a journey, but it was fun. It was definitely fun to write. I don't know. I felt like for my first novel, I was proud of it. So, I would do it all over again the same way, honestly, with Sienna and Josh.
So what type of, like, as you were writing your first novel, what type of, like, kind of discouragement, if you had any, did you, like, kind of overcome?
Well, I didn't have a lot. And one thing I did say was, when I started writing, I hired a coach. So I had a coach, and she answered a lot of the questions that I had. And I think she prepared me for a lot of things that could have happened if I hadn't have done the coach option. So, Author C. She offered coaching services, and I worked with her for months before the release. And I feel like she prepared me for a lot of those things, so I wouldn't have been disappointed. The biggest thing is Amazon and this weight. When you upload it, like I just need to know the algorithm, because I just want them to do what I want them to do. So, that a lot of people don't know this, but when you upload a book on Amazon, they tell you it could be up to 72 hours. So it can, sometimes it can't. So just that wait, I think, is a lot. But I actually set a release date with this book, and I learned a lot from that, like setting dates and making sure everything is in order. So when I release the book, it's got to be on that date, and Amazon kind of interferes with that. So I don't do that as much anymore. A lot of times I'll say coming soon, or I give a roundabout date, because with Amazon, you really just don't know. I mean, somebody released a book yesterday and it didn't come out till like 10 o'clock last night. So you just don't know. Yeah. And you waste the whole day waiting on this, and sometimes it doesn't happen.
So. Yeah, because I was like that too. Like I said, mine came out February 8th. It came out on the day, but I was expecting midnight to drop.
Exactly.
It didn't come out till like 3 in the afternoon. And I'm like, and I didn't even know until my homegirl texted me.
Yes.
It's like, bitch, your book is on Amazon now. I said, it is, really? Yeah. I was like at work, like freaking out. I was shaking it like every 5 minutes, refreshing.
Exactly.
And I was just like, I should have took today off, because I knew I was going to freak out. So yeah, I totally understand. Amazon is very, very iffy when it comes.
Right. To, like, you just don't know.
You don't know when it's going to drop. So what made you want to do an audiobook? That's my question.
Okay, so I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I used to have to travel like almost an hour commute to work, and I would listen to audiobooks like religiously, even sometimes at work. Like I just put my headphones on and listen to them. So I really enjoy them. And I have a few favorite narrators, but I don't know. It was just something I wanted to do. It is definitely a process. I learned a lot with that process because I really didn't have anybody that knew. I didn't have anybody I knew that had done it, like, on a personal level, so I could ask a lot of questions. So it was a lot of like trial and error. But I figured it out. And I would like to do more. And it was crazy is I can't listen to it on audio now. Like
Really?
it's done, but I can't go back and listen to it. It's
Why
so weird
not?
to me. Huh?
Why not?
I don't know. It's just I don't reread my books after they're done. I don't know. It's just like once it's done, it's just
Just once it's
done.
out there, it's out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause when I saw it, I've never heard of those people. Like I never heard of your narrators before, so I thought
mhm.
that was kind of dope to give like new people a chance. But I've never heard of them before. Because
Right, right.
the
No,
narrator and like Black Indie, you automatically think of Wesley, you automatically think of Evan,
exactly.
you automatically think of Emmanuel. So seeing two
Right.
people come out like that was like, oh, okay, cool.
Right. And I mean, they're not, you have to give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
And of course it's not perfect. And yeah, I would like to work with Weston and Emmanuel one day. I don't think I'm there yet, but like I did listen to more than other people, but I just felt like they could do it justice, and I'm satisfied with the work they did. Honestly, and I will want to try other people too, but they were very good to work with, very professional, and they're doing the indie version of what they do too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I always use people that's my first option to use people that are trying to do it themselves or new to the game, because you gotta start somewhere.
Oh yeah, facts for sure, for sure. So now that we're on to after we're done with Senna, let's go with my first book that I read by you, A Trip Around the Sun.
Okay.
I love this book. This book is amazing.
Okay.
It tells the story of Crimson Knox, who is the older sister of Senna.
Older sister of Sienna.
Sienna, excuse me, Sienna and Dayton Burke, who basically is I cannot talk today. Crinsman's ex-boyfriend in college, and they meet at a job event, and then a couple of months later they meet again when Crimson is on her birthday trip, and it goes there. I love this book. Let me just say this. I remember writing you and telling you that
yes, you did.
I did. I love the fact that even though I'm not going to spoil it for the people, but I love the fact there is one scene in the book that you didn't really go in, like you kind of explored it, but you like tiptoed around it and didn't really explore it. So I do appreciate about that, because sometimes when you read books and that scene does happen, they go into like gruesome detail.
Yeah.
Gruesome detail. So I just love about that. And I do have a question. Do you think this book will be in audio? But I would love to see this in an audiobook.
Yes. Actually, that's the one I want to do next. I have not started anything with it, but that's the one I picked to do next. So yes.
Oh, yay.
Yes. That has been the most successful one so far. So I wanna do that one. Yeah.
So why do you think that is? Why do you think this one is so successful?
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people enjoyed it, and they told me that. I did think I stepped outside of the box a little bit more in the writing styles. I feel like I was getting my foot into the writing. I had to let go of some, people are judgmental sometimes, and I was just like, look, I just gotta write what I gotta write, and you feel some type of way about it, I'm sorry, but I did change a few things. So I feel like it was. I mean, I used the same processes pretty much, but I just kind of felt like I let a lot of things go and just wrote. And like I said, I enjoyed writing this one. I wrote it actually, I think back in February, but I just kind of let my hair down and was like, hey, I'm gonna write what I want to write and write their story, and it came out pretty good. So
it came out really, really good. When you say like let people go and judgmental, do you feel, since you're a new author just as I am, sometimes when you read your stuff, you feel as if it's not that good, so you send it to somebody, or you try to like send like a little sneak peek, and when you thinking over it kind of goes like a double-edged sword, because one minute they could say, oh yeah, this book is really good, and you'd be like, really? But at the same time, they'd be like, it's not that good. Like, what was you writing? And then you'd be like,
Right.
be more down on yourself about that.
Exactly. A lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-doubt. Like so much, especially the one I'm working on now. Oh my goodness. But a lot of self-doubt. And even like when I was sending it to my editor and proofreader, like I never got that it was gonna turn out as good as it did. Like
Yeah.
I got that more from the readers, and you know, my editor, she's tries to stay neutral and she's just gonna do her job. But you know, I still didn't realize that it was gonna do as well as it did until after it came out. So just you know, the overall feel of it, I guess people just, you know, enjoyed it. I don't know if second chance tropes are more popular. I don't know. But I did have fun with it and I would like to do that again. But I don't know. It was received very well. I don't know.
That's good. That's good. And then your last one, which is Broken. I saw the visuals on Aries Read 2.
Okay.
Shout out to her because she's done my visuals supposed to you, and she's also doing my visuals for the current one that is
okay. Okay.
And I read a little bit of this so far.
Okay.
And I know my theory would change because he's in A Trip Around the Sun. But I don't like Maxwell this far. This far what I'm reading.
Okay.
Why did you make Maxwell such a bitch?
That's just Maxwell's personality. He is how he is. And once you get into reading, I think you will figure out he does explain why he is the way he is too. Okay. So and then you know, one thing about him is you can't write them all the same. You know, somebody has to be the villain, so to speak. And I think he just gives tough love. I just think that's how he is. Like, you know, just as a person, he does love hard, but she's not gonna show it like. Definitely not like Joshua. You know, Joshua's a big sweetheart, but he's not gonna do it. But he does love and he does love hard, and he has been through some things too, which you'll find out. But he just gives that tough love. That's all.
It's like so mean, and like granted, she was just, you know, she's still trying to like get over her ex or her fiance, and she's like broke, like you know, no pun intended, but she's broken.
Yeah.
And he comes in just so like mean and rugged around the edges. I'm like,
yeah. He's older, he's more settled, and he does understand what she's going through. But he just has his own way of trying to help her cope, I think. So yeah.
Got it. So I do have a question though, because I am using one of your colleges in my book that I'm writing, with your permission, of course. Do you think, like, further down the line, that we would get like kind of like a little more in depth with TSU, which is Treadville State University?
Yes, my hope to one day write a story that takes place at TSU, like a college love story. So I definitely don't have a storyline developed yet, but those come out of nowhere. So but that's my hope one day. So we can get like a full TSU history and all that. So yeah, hopefully.
Okay, well, just know you can use Aiden because he's from there, so you can use Aiden, which is from my book. No problem.
Yeah, okay.
So I want to talk about, before we get into what we're doing, I want to talk about, like I give my authors all the time, I give them 2 questions, kind of, because they've seen Christina, you know what I'm talking about. Out of the 3 books that you have, give me a TV show, a movie, and I'm going to change it up on you. With the TV show and movie, who can you see play characters?
Ooh. So, and then, you know, I do a lot of character visuals. So, I always felt like Nia Long could play one of my characters. Probably, I like her as either Sienna or Amir.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think she's really pretty, and I think she does a really good job. And I like Sanaa Lathan. She might could do Crimson Justice.
I love Sanaa.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked her a lot in I don't know. I mean, of course, Love and Basketball, because that's one of my favorite movies. But And Nia Long and Love Jones, because that's my all-time favorite movie.
That's one of my favorites too. Yeah. My favorite from Sanaa is Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar, okay. Well, yeah, I don't know Brown Sugar. I gotta rewatch Brown Sugar. Somebody was talking about that on Facebook the other day, and I was like, I didn't get that vibe, so I gotta rewatch that. But yeah.
Okay. So TV show and movie.
TV show. I don't watch a lot of TV like that. I'm gonna go with Love Jones for the movie because I just like the whole vibe. The Darius, even though Darius was in Heart and not in the same way, but I don't know. Love Jones definitely. TV show.
Well, I mean, out of your books, if you had to choose out of your books, which one would be a TV show or a movie?
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Definitely movie.
Which book?
Definitely, that would be an awesome. One day if Tyler Perry or whoever wants to make my books a movie, I would definitely want to do a trip around the sun. I think it's just carefree and fun and there's a summer vibe. So yeah. So far as what's written right now, Trip Around the Sun, it's a movie would make my whole life. So yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I feel as if Tyler Perry, all these Black indie authors, I am surprised that not one yet, I'm going to say yet, hopefully it happens in the future, has not been picked up for a movie or a TV show.
I don't know. It's like, I would think that even like I read Lil Belvin a lot too, and like one of her books, like she writes like they could be movies, and I was like these African American producers, directors, like they need to hit us up because this is what we do. I know Shonda Rhimes she left with ABC.
ABC to go to Netflix.
So maybe somebody need to call her, tell her that we out here.
Yeah, because I will love, like I told Christina on the last episode, I would love to see the Connecticut Kings into a TV show.
Yes.
Because each book could be a season.
It could.
I told her that.
I mean, they work together well, but they're still separate in their own right. Yes. So I definitely agree. I love Connecticut Kings. I just read I can never remember the names of them, but the last one that Christina C. Jones wrote, I just read that one like last week. So
book 8. I have to read book 8.
Yeah. It was good too.
Book 2, I told her this book 2 is always be my favorite because because I love Jordan and Cole. I love them to death, and I told her my recent book is highly influenced by that book.
Okay.
So it's just like, I just love them.
Oh, I'm excited. I like Jordan and Cole though. And they make an appearance in book 8 too. So.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yes, they do.
I did not read it. So do you want to talk about what we're working on, or you want to keep that in there, right? Or give us like a little tip.
Yeah, that we're working on something together.
We are working on something together. I will just say all I'm gonna say is it's an anthology. I'm super excited because it's not only us two that are working, we're working with a lot of great authors. It will be on Amazon a holiday soon.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've told you this. I think I have told you this, but probably not. I'm nervous as fuck about it.
Don't be nervous.
Because it's like me as like one person that has one book out, we're glad to have two. And like a whole different, and whole other people coming together as like, coming together with multiple books out. I'm like, cause when you asked me, and I was just like, and you told me like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Who working with? And she told me, I was like, who? What?
Yeah.
I'm excited, but I'm nervous about it.
Yeah.
This is my first time actually doing other, like, writing with other authors. And I don't want it to make it seem as just like my book doesn't meet the criteria of everybody else's book. But that's like I said, self-doubt. So I think I have to just really like put that self-doubt in back in my
mind. You got to. I feel like it's gonna be amazing. And I definitely feel like everybody is gonna put their own unique spin on it, and it's gonna be good. So no worries. I'm not worried.
What's you sent me so far is really good.
Well, thanks. My goal is to finish that by Monday, so that's what I'll be working on the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I gotta finish my book, and then I'll start on that. Could have me like I know what I want to write, but I haven't written it down yet.
Yeah, a lot of times that's how it is anyway. You know what you want to, like, a lot of times I know what I want the end to be. I just got to get there. So, yeah.
So if somebody who is a new author and somebody that's a new author that wants to write but doesn't know where to start, besides using the cliche just right, what would you give somebody some advice for?
Definitely read a lot. Reading a lot helps. And like you said that earlier, you know, you base a novel off something else. I don't do that per se, but like I was reading something a couple of weeks ago, and my project I just finished, like it really helped me get over the hump. Like it just sparked something, and those stories were not related at all, but it just sparked something in me to help me finish. I don't know. I don't even know what it was, but reading helps. Talking to other authors, bouncing ideas. I don't outline, so I can't really say. Some people it does help. For me, I just think the way my mind works, it just doesn't. Like it just doesn't. But a lot of ideas come to me at one time. So sometimes I do write down like a name, a plot. They're going to end up doing this, or it's going to be this type of trope. I will write that down. But as far as anything in depth, or I don't. But the biggest advice is to be patient. You know, read a lot, and you know, bounce out. It's okay to talk to other people, because I talk to, you know, I call them my author base, you know, people like you. Like talking, that helps me work through whatever it is that I'm stuck, or you know, the self-doubt, or you know, things like that. And I still work a full-time job and have other responsibilities, so I might not can write like I want to. I write a lot at night. That's why I'm sleepy in the morning times, because I'm not writing. So, you know, putting the words down, rereading over it, because my plan today is to start from the beginning to read what I wrote, so I can like just pick up, you know, where I stopped. So it's a lot of different things, but people work in so many different ways. So, you know, there's no one way that it works. Some people, like, you know, they voice record themselves and they transcribe it. So I tried that. That didn't work for me, because my recorder could not pick up anything I was saying. And I was like, that's not what I said. When I got home, I was like, that's not what I said. So yeah, that doesn't work for me, but it works for some people. So there's no magic formula to it. Everybody does something different. Sometimes it comes out like you want to, sometimes it doesn't. But you know, ask questions. There's always somebody that knows the answer. Even like I said with the audiobook, I didn't really know anybody, but I started, you know, Googling, or I would send my narrators a message and ask them, okay, well, what about this? What does this mean? You know, when trying to upload it. So there's somebody that knows. You just have to find and do your research and get the answers to your questions. But there's somebody out there that knows, and people are willing to tell you things.
So when you say patience, and I'm glad you said that word, because that is a very strong word that I've learned, that this is not an overnight process. Granted, it can be, because some people
for some.
Like shout out to Ray Elise. Her first book went crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was her first book. You know, second book went crazy. Everybody, you know, and everybody waiting for the third book. So shout out to her for sure. But for some people who's like, I put a book out there like me, because I went out for a book, and I didn't get I got responses, but they weren't the responses that I thought I would get. Can you tell me about a time where you got like a negative review? If you read your reviews, you felt like what the fuck am I doing?
And that's when that self-doubt creeps in. Yeah. So I mean, I have got negative reviews on just about every, you know, I think every book has a negative review. So there's gonna be people that don't like it, but I guess the way I looked at it, and now I'm at the point where, I mean, I still consider myself new to this. You know, yeah, there are a few people that don't like it, but there were a lot of people that did like it. So, you know, you have to use that and don't dwell on they didn't like it, you know, because there are gonna people that, you know, people don't like anything. People complain about everything.
Right.
So, you know, you know, you just have to kind of get over there, especially when you know you did the best work that you could have done with what you had. You know, and another thing is I try to make every project better. So you know, Broken was written at a different time for me. I was in a different space, so that's why it took on some of the tones it did. I feel like it was really good. It still wasn't the most popular book, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a good book, you know. So yeah, you just have to kind of let the negativity go and don't get in your head about it, because you know there's negative reviews on everything. Everybody has negative reviews. Like, so I probably shouldn't tell you this. So just go look at your favorite authors. They got negative reviews too. Go read them. That make you feel better. Because if they got negative reviews and they're killing the game, like, you're gonna get them too. So you're not gonna be able to make everybody happy. So I guarantee you, go find your favorite book and it's got some negative reviews on it. So
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's very, very true. Because one book that I love,
Yep.
it had like and then I just was bored one day. I went on Amazon, sorry, had a 1 star. I'm just like, the same book, sis.
Yes. They don't like the way you put that together. They didn't like because you used this word, or okay, so you know, as long as you
and why is she with him and this and that.
Yeah, I think that's how the story. That's what happened. You know, I can't change. That's just what happened. You know, so you know, it can be very humbling, but you know, like I said, when you go in and you do the best job you can, and you know you put everything into it, you know, I go through a lot of editing. I said, you know, because I know that my writing style leaves a lot of room for errors because of the way I write. And it's very, very, probably very, very unconventional. I don't know. But so I make sure that I try to get the best editing and proofreading and all that. And there's still going to be things that slip through, but you know, you just, like I said, try to put the best product out there. And I don't try to rush projects. Mine can write it very fast, but by the time it goes through how many rounds of editing and everything, you know, it takes me mine a while to come out, you know, even if I can write it in a couple of weeks. So, you know, take your time, look over it, and just do the best you can, you know.
That is great advice. That is really, 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 really nice. Because I feel as if sometimes, because you see a lot of your favorite artists like produce books like you feel as if like, yo, what am I doing? Like, why am I writing so slowly? But like you said, sometimes it's kind of like some of the best works do come out of process.
Yes.
So I think you really have to like really focus on like, I think for me, I think I really had to like really be in wonder myself and realize like, why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes a lot of people be like, oh, I'm doing this for the money, a nice side hustle. But my thing is just like, I just want to put my work out.
Yeah.
Like if I gain an audience, cool, because I know my audience will come at its own time.
Yeah.
But I feel like that sometimes for me, I just want to just put my work out. Like people see like, damn, you really could write.
Yeah.
And then gradually it'll appear.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy just people being able to read, I say, the thoughts of my heart. This is what I think about. This is what I feel. And I just put it, you know, that's just that, you know. So if you don't like it, that's fine. It's not for, I liked it. So, you know.
All that matters. Yeah. Like Nicole Paul says, when I interviewed her, she's like, once your book is out, it's not yours anymore.
Nope.
It's the world.
For everybody else. Yep.
Everybody else. So definitely.
And then you can always, you know, on Amazon, you can take them down and fix mistakes or whatever. So, you know, if they're, you know, big mistakes, but then also you got to think, you know, do you want to show the journey of your writing, how you progressively got better, or, you know, things like that too. So, you know, it's up to you, but that's just something else to think about too. Your growth as a writer.
Yeah, I think for real, I think as you grow, the more you get better, I think
Definitely.
it's like a lot more. Like I feel as if your writing gets better as a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the editing gets better because sometimes you kind of realize like, all right, well, I don't like how that sounded, so let me re-edit it before my editor sees it and she re-edited it too.
Exactly.
And then just like you, I think I also, me personally, I think you as a person grows.
Mm-hmm.
Because since writing for me, I'm still on that discipline part.
Mm-hmm.
Still on the discipline part. I have a trouble with discipline, but I can say I definitely have learned patience.
Mm-hmm.
And that
You have to. Yeah.
I'm an Aries and we are very impatient people. So the fact that I learned patience says a lot about me.
Okay. Yeah, you have to, because I mean, a lot of it is beyond your control. I mean, like when your book is at the end with the editor, I mean, you gotta just wait. You can't rush them because you don't want them to, feel like they have to rush and they don't do their job. So
Yeah,
you have to just wait. So yeah.
I agree. So before we get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
besides what we're working on, do you have anything else that's coming out for this year? And what is the future? What is like the future of next year for you?
Well, I do have something coming out next month. I have October on the horizon. I see it October. I got to do a cover release sometime soon, and I have one more coming out, and it not including the collaboration project that's coming out at the very very end of the year, like a New Year type thing. So my goal is to do 3 more projects this year.
Okay.
In 2022, I don't know. I only have one thing that I know I'm working on for that. I have very, very few words on the page for that, but only 2 projects planned so far. But I know that once I set my goals, there will be more than it. So I'm constantly writing, and learning things, and I started a little bit with the design aspect of it and working on some things. So I'm just trying to learn more, get better, perfect the craft. I'm always trying to find ways that I can invest in myself to make it better. And a lot of it comes with life experiences. So the day-to-day things you see, sometimes they make it in the books too. So it just depends, but it just one thing helps when I set goals and I say, okay, I said I was gonna do this. Let me try to make that goal. So
Yeah.
so
Okay.
far, so good.
So when you say invest, what do you mean by that?
So when I invest, I took a few courses. This summer I took it wasn't a creative writing course. It was a course about like how to self-edit your work. And she just kind of gave tips on how you can, edit it, even if you still want to use an editor, like before you get there, things to look out for. I also took a design course with Aisha Bree.
Shout out to her. Shout out to
Yes.
Aisha.
Yeah, she's amazing. And I learned so much with her. My actual next book, I did design my own cover. And so I'm really, really excited. And I'm working on one. So yeah. So it's really exciting. It takes a lot of time. There's the patience again. So you want to make it right, perfect it. So just I try to find different things people offer out there to, learn, and when my editor gives me my feedback, how can I make it better? But I can't say she's really open about she's just big on you writing it. I'll help you fix it. And I mean, I don't want to give her just, a bunch of words thrown on the page and she's just like, what is this? But just so what she gets, like you said, is the best version. So she doesn't have to work as hard. So anything I can find out there, I'm willing to, invest in, or anything to make it better, I'm willing to do. So yeah.
Well, that sounds amazing. I need to do the same thing because I've been definitely thinking about doing a little bit of self-editing before I get to it. Because I know me and my work is just like kind of. I look at the page, I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't
read my own stuff. Maybe somebody else's I probably could, but it's hard for me to edit my own.
It is. It really is. But thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
Truly appreciate it. I will definitely have you back. Hopefully, if everybody's up to it, I could do one big thing when the book drops and all of us can probably come back on together.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yes, so probably like October-ish, probably next month. I'll ask them if they want to and try to do one big thing. Each of us kind of just talk about, our books within it. So yes, I'll have all her information on the comments below. Follow me at kidbookworm __ on Instagram. I was going to do podcasts, but I realized that it's too much work on my time. So I'll just have all of my actual audio and visuals on my channel, since this is a booktube channel, and I definitely want to kind of grow my subscribers up. We are currently at 280. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully by the end of the year, I want to get to 300. So I'm almost there. So if you're not subscribed, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to me. And until next time, guys, read what you want to read. And read what you love and write what you want to read. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right. Let it out.